Hey everybody, it's Coach Tim. We're going to be working on the basics today, starting with passing with the inside of the foot. We have to remember that with all the professional games you might see from national teams or club teams on the weekends, all of these professionals, even though they're doing lots of advanced, cool tricks and skills with the ball at their feet, at one point when they were a youth player, they were mastering the basics. And they spent time on that, and you have to remember you need to do the same thing to build a strong foundation to be a good soccer player when you get older. So we're going to start with some of the mechanics of passing with the inside of the foot. So I'll start by showing you from this angle. My standing leg should be somewhere next to the ball. Okay. We want to make sure we're avoiding that standing leg back here, because then we have to reach for the ball, and that's going to throw our mechanics off. When we do plant, there's going to be a slight bend in the knee of my standing leg, and my toes are pointing towards my target, my teammate, wherever I'm passing this ball. Then I'll show you a front view. So as I step up next to the ball, slight bend here, there's also going to be a slight bend in this knee of my swinging leg that's making the pass. As I make contact, let me move the ball out of the way to show you this. As I make contact, I'm heel down, toe up. That means my toe's a little bit higher off the ground than my heel. So I'm locking that ankle on contact. And I need to lift my foot in the air so I can make contact through the middle of the ball. So some players that I see, when they make contact, they're digging their foot into the ground. Well, what's happening there is they're striking below the middle of the ball, and that's going to have a tendency to send that ball in the air. So it's important that we're making contact through the middle, which means we have to lift our foot into the air. On our follow through after contact, ankle is locked, no rotation here, that can create side spin. Also, we don't want to swing across our body, that's also going to create side spin. Again, what are we trying to do? Pass to somebody straight in front of us, pass with a target straight in front of us. There's 3 exercises I'm going to show you against a wall today. A wall is a fantastic training tool, especially for passing and receiving. If you don't have a basement space or a good rebounder, schools are also a great resource to find a wall to train off of. So all these exercises I time with 1 minute. What we're going to do for the first one is 1 touch, and you're going to try to see how many passes you can get in a row without a mistake. That means 1 touch, inside of the foot, ball cannot stop. And what I challenge you to do is to work with both feet. I'm going to show you a demonstration for the first exercise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. How many can you get in a row without a mistake in 1 minute's time? Then you can use that number and try to beat your record, setting another minute, and so on. The second exercise is almost identical, but it's 2 touch. So one quick note, when we do receive, we want to make sure that our foot position is basically the same position as when we pass, that heel down, toe up. I can also hit the ball harder off of the wall because I have that touch to receive. Let me show you this example. So boom, receive, step, pass. Receive, step, pass. Receive, step, pass. Receive, step, pass. So again, it's a 2 touch, and when I do cushion the ball, let me show you kind of what I'm working towards, especially when you do receive a harder pass. You have to have kind of a down and back position when you make contact to receive to help cushion the ball. So when that ball comes in, we want to make sure we don't have a very stiff leg and ankle lock because that ball can pop away from us. So we're just kind of working on that sort of down and back motion at contact to receive. Same exercise, working for 1 minute, trying to see what your record is, work with both feet. The third exercise I call passing ladders, and I use 1 touch on this, so it's going to be right foot, 2 right, 2 left, 3 right, 3 left, and so on. Let me show you that. So right foot, left foot, 2 right, there's 1 right, 2 right, 2 left. Now we go to 3, and so on. Same exercise, 1 minute. Try to see how high you can get up on that ladder in 1 minute's time, and then you can work on beating your record. So those are the 3 exercises, guys, and a couple things just to wrap up. Number 1, working with both feet is absolutely crucial in the game of soccer. It's true that to be a good player, you need to be really strong with one foot, if that's your right or left, whatever it is. You need to be able to execute all the skills necessary for your position. But when we're talking about the basics, like passing and receiving with the inside of the foot, dribbling into space, striking a ball, all of these things are basics that you should be able to do with both left and right. The only way you're going to get better with these kind of skills, guys, is practicing on your own. There's just not enough time in team training and games to really excel and master skills. You got to work on your own. So you guys have fun, work hard, get better, and we'll see you next time.